okay, ang taas na ng utang natin. Currently, this administration has the biggest one when you compare to other administrations. But of course, we also need to consider that maybe a bulk of that is interest payments. So is it something that we should really be worried about? Right now, our debt to GDP ratio is about what, 60% something. So that's something to worry about. Kasi you would see other countries have more than 100%. Right? Sa Philippines, yan, parang, okay, ang taas na ng utang natin. Currently, this administration has the biggest one when you compare to other administrations. But of course, we also need to consider that maybe a bulk of that is interest payments. So is it something that we should really be worried about? Does it affect our currency, our purchasing power, our inflation, growth?
So
How should we look at that?
So more important than the debt we talked about a while ago, which was 16 trillion, is actually debt to GDP.
Yes.
You're correct also in saying that it's running at 60% today.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, you were probably looking at 35 to 40%.
So over the past 5 years.
So over the past 5 years, there's really been a
double,
balloon.
right?
But
Yeah.
you could blame the COVID pandemic,
Yeah.
that's ayuda and everything. That was the main culprit for higher debt to GDP. But again, the assumption is that we have to find ways to pay that down over time. Right? And usually when an economic downturn happens, so some of the countries that have high debt to GDP, so US, Japan,
Yeah.
China, right? When there's an economic recession or any problems that are happening outside, usually the ones that get affected the most are the poorer countries. So it's really normal that countries such as us are prudent in spending. And because you don't want to have that volatility in that currency, because it can spur more outflow, more problems on the monetary side.
Yeah.
And that would actually cause a larger issue down the road.